Hi friends, my name is Chaitanya Patka and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the squad which was announced by the BCCI selectors for the tour of Ireland in Malahide. Two T20 internationals are going to take place on June 26th and 28th. Hardik Pandya is going to captain for the first time. I think it's a very good decision by the selectors. We all know his exploits as captain of Gujarat Titans during the IPL. So he's a very good tactical captain, gives confidence to players. And what a quick turnaround. 7 to 8 months ago, everyone was writing Hardik off, and here he is being the captain of the Indian team. It's a huge honor, although it's a second string team. Captaining Team India is a dream of every child growing up. So, all the best to Hardik. He deserves it, as I said, because of his exploits of with Gujarat Titans. And I'm looking forward to how he goes about his business. Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been named the vice captain, as we know that his performances has been improved leaps and bounds in the South Africa series. So that did his confidence a world of good. I'm looking forward to how he collaborates with Hardik, and he will also be looking to work on the areas of his game which needs improving. He is a very vital cog in our wheel for the T20 World Cup, which is going to take place in Australia. So his form remains very crucial, and it will be pretty interesting to see how he goes about his business as well. Ruturaj Gaikwad has been given an extended rope. As we know, he couldn't even cross 100 runs in the 4 T20 matches against South Africa, so he's pretty low on confidence. Although he played one good innings, but his frailties against the short ball and his inability to tackle left arm seamers is a bit of a concern for him. And Ishan Kishan has been selected. If KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma come back into the team, I think Ishan Kishan is going to be the automatic option because of his impressive short selection and form he showed against South Africa. Surya Kumar Yadav makes a comeback, as we know that due to an injury he missed the last few matches of the IPL, as well as the South Africa tour which took at home. So it will be interesting to see how he shapes up and at what position he bats, and who misses out because Surya Kumar Yadav will be a member of the playing 11. Sanju Samson has earned a recall. As we know that he wasn't selected for the tour of South Africa, but it is a golden opportunity for Sanju. I think if he gets the games, he should bat up the order, but that dilemma remains who misses out. Rahul Tripathi has got his maiden India call-up. It is well deserved. Over the years, he has performed brilliantly well in the Ranji Trophy, and many eyebrows were raised when he was picked at a pretty hefty amount by Sunrisers Hyderabad, but he proved his worth. Played 3 or 4 pretty good innings and gave a good account of himself. And it was and it was a long time coming. So I wish Rahul all the best. But it will be interesting to see how much game time he gets because we have selected a squad of 17 members. So how the team management manages the squad and rotates in 2 games, it will be crucial if he gets his debut. For him to get his debut, Deepak Hooda retains his place from the series in South Africa. He didn't play, but he turned out pretty well for Lucknow Super Giants. Venkatesh Iyer has once again been retained. He is also in the scheme of things for the T20 World Cup. So has Akshar Patel. He has a bit hot, he blown hot and cold during the South Africa series, but it is good the selectors have given him a longer run. Dinesh Karthik as wicketkeeper, as we know in the 4th T20 as well as the second T20, he played brilliantly well, and his lap shots, sweep shots are he's coming into his element, and he in the 4th T20 scored his first T20 international 50, become the oldest person to score 50 at the age of 37. So good going for DK. Avish Khan has been in the scheme of things for selectors for a pretty long time now. Although its first couple of games didn't go well, he bounced back in third and fourth games. Harshal Patel once again has been given the longer rope as well, his slower ones, and he is coming into his own gradually. We have to be patient with the performance of the players because we know the competition is pretty tough, and even if the players have couple of bad games, we shouldn't judge them too quickly or too harshly. Let selectors have done a good job in giving them a consistent run of games to prove their worth and evaluate their options for the T20 World Cup. Umran Malik, as we know, didn't get a single game, but he was given an indication by India head coach Rahul Dravid before the start of the series that he may have to bide his time on the bench because Rahul Dravid focuses on consistency in the lineup and giving ample chances for players to prove their worth. Arshdeep Singh also has been selected. He also didn't get a single game, so these two will be on their toes. Yuzvendra Chahal has been selected as the leg spinner, who also didn't bowl pretty well in the first two games, but made a good comeback in the latter part of the series. And Ravi Bishnoi has been selected. As we know, Kuldeep Yadav is still out injured, so he hasn't been selected for this tour. Hence, Ravi Bishnoi will travel with the squad. So this is the 17-man squad. I expect India to win 2-0, but it will be pretty interesting to see what combination team goes with the first and the second game, and how many players are given the chance, and to see our team combination for the T20 World Cup. So how did you like my analysis of the team versus Ireland? Please tell in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for further notifications. We'll meet in the next video. Till then everyone, bye.